Hello guys, my name is Carlos. Today I'm gonna show you how to install Couchbase Server 5 in your machine. Actually, I started a project with Spring Data with Couchbase 4.6, but now I'm gonna install the Couchbase 5. Okay, so we put the cluster name and the password is actually the same as before. We agree. Then we put the memory quotas. We save. Okay, so I do not have a space. Okay, so this is a new web interface. So the tabs that were here up now are on the left. What you need actually the change is, so here you can see the what's new in Couchbase. Basically, it's like it's role-based access control. So everything is based on roles. They have a full text search. There are nickel enhancements as well as indexes enhancements. You can check it out later. I put the link here below. Okay, this is a new Couchbase 5. Okay, so until here we do not have nothing. The indexes are empty, so and there are no buckets. So because I told you that I started an application, so here before you cannot you put a password for the bucket. Now the bucket does not have password anymore. So in your Spring Data, actually, in order to use the Couchbase config, because we have bucket name and password, we replace that information with username and password. So this user is not the bucket, actually, it's the username, and this is the user password. So let's set up in Couchbase. So because I was using a bucket called user, so let's create the same. Okay, so let's disable the replicas, enable flash. Okay, so we create the bucket. What else? We go to security, and now here's the trick. I'm gonna create a username called user, so the same as my bucket users, and I'm gonna put the same password that I wrote there. So here is the role. So we are gonna put the bucket role. So this user is gonna access my user's bucket. Okay, so this is the difference. So what I'm pointing here is it's the username and the password and its password. Okay. So okay, what is next? Okay, about the indexes. So in order to run nickel queries, as I explained here, you can have or a primary index on the bucket, or you can customize for every query. You can create a secondary index. So just for the example, let's gonna create an index in order to run my queries. So here is the syntaxes. Where is the syntaxes? Here. Okay, so let's gonna create a primary index on my bucket. So we go to query. Okay, it's there. So we execute. Okay, so we can check it out. It's here. So we can run our application. So let's build. What I said about the user, because when if you have an application from Couchbase 4.6 and then you upgrade to Couchbase 5, what they do is they are gonna create for every bucket and password that you have, they are gonna create a user with the same password, with the bucket role of that bucket. So they are gonna do this one. So if the bucket was called users and have password 1234, so they are gonna create a username called users, the bucket name, and the same password and the full bucket full access for that bucket. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so everything is okay. My tests are okay.